Welcome back, y'all. Today we're going to talk about the new mini update that dropped for Dress to Impress. There's a couple of new toggles and reworks that were finally added after players begged and pleaded, but in return, a bunch of items were removed from the game. As they say, DTI giveth and DTI taketh away. I've seen a lot of players upset about it over on Twitter and Reddit, so we'll discuss that later, but before we get into all that mess, let's talk about the positives. Because honestly, the devs work so hard to stay consistent and they always do their best to listen to their player base. I'm all for people expressing their opinions, but we also need to give credit where credit is due. Also, just a heads up, the styling your most hated DTI items video is still on the way. I just had to wait for the update since a lot of items got deleted. That video will be out later this week, so if you haven't commented your most hated item under the community post, you still have a chance to do so. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with the new code items. For this update, we were blessed with 3 new item codes, and y'all, all the code items are game changers for real. So if you haven't redeemed them yet, no worries, I got you. The first code is Bia Plays Dolly, which gives you a cute doll you can customize. Here are the 4 toggles for it. I saw someone on Twitter named Andy Star make Monster High dolls using the new code, and I just had to show y'all because they're so good. The next code is Megan Plays Boots, which gives you these beautiful boots. They're honestly my new favorite shoes. The toggles are rhinestone, glitter, leather, matte, and support patterns. You can also make them longer so that way they look like cowgirl boots. And the final code is 4 billion, which gives you a corset top and skirt. The top has a bunch of customization options to work with, so it definitely comes in handy. As for the skirt, you can either have it with the puffy layer on top or you can remove it. This set is perfect for Lolita, so make sure to redeem it. Now that we're done talking about the codes, let's look over the new reworks and toggles added to the game. So the first rework is the chunky earrings. They used to be shiny, but now they're not. If I'm being honest, I cannot tell the difference, but that's okay. The next rework is the heart necklace. Back then, the chain used to be super thin, but now it's thicker. In my opinion, it looks a lot better this way. Next, we have the chunky doll shoes. Normally, when you would color them, they'd be super shiny, but now it doesn't look shiny at all, which I think looks great. It was always annoying when I would make the heels black, but then the shininess would make it look bluish. Also, I don't know if we were always able to add socks to these shoes, but yeah, you can toggle socks on. I just found out, don't come for me. The next rework is the beach hat. They went ahead and removed the big bow that was on it. We all cheered. And the final reworked item is the fancy hair bow thingy. I honestly don't know if I prefer the old one or the new one, but I'm just happy it's still in the game. Now let's talk about the new toggles. The office skirts are now combined into one. You can choose whether you want it tight or wide, which, let's be for real, a tight office skirt eats over anything and everything. The next new toggle is for the ballerina skirt. Instead of wearing a super big and weird looking tutu, now you can make it small and cutesy. We love to see it. The next toggle is for the double curly ponytail. Now you can either remove the bangs or keep the bangs and remove the ponytails, which I love so much. I never really liked the bangs on this hair, but I love the ponytails. So these new toggles definitely made my day. Also, the pigtails can be worn by the mass body type now, yay! And the new toggle that all the VIP girlies have been waiting for, you can finally remove the collar off the cape. I was so shook when I saw this. I didn't expect the devs to make the change so soon, but I'm happy they did. Now real quick before we talk about everything that got removed, let me show y'all the new private server options that were added. So previously, if you had a private server and went into free play, you'd be put into a random public lobby, which sucked to be honest, but now you can actually go into private free play. This is something I was waiting for a while. It sucks when I'm trying to make a thumbnail and someone keeps photobombing me, but now I can be at peace. Also, side note, money still spawns in private free play, so you can just grind for cash without worrying about anyone stealing it. They also added options for who can join your lobby depending on their rank, which I think is pretty cool. Now I can host tournaments with different groups of players. Alright, we're finally done looking at all the new things that were added to DTI. Now let's discuss everything that's been removed from the game. So a few days ago, the devs told the community that they would need to remove 5 items due to lag, and they asked which items should be removed. A lot of people gave the same suggestions, like the big chunky sunglasses and the big bow. So when the update came around, I'm thinking, oh yeah, they're probably gonna remove those 5 items they were talking about. No biggie. Imagine my surprise when I found out they didn't remove 5 items, or 10 items, or 15 items. They removed 20 items in total from the game. I was so shook when I saw that. So in case you don't know, here's the list of all the items that were removed from the game. Number 1, halo. Number 2, big sunglasses. Number 3, square chunky sunglasses. Number 4, small sunglasses. Number 5, diamond choker. Number 6, dangly earrings. Number 7, granny dress. Number 8, fluffy platform shoes. Number 9, safety pin earrings. Number 10, white tank top. Number 11, leather fur coat. Number 12, butterfly top. Number 13, big bow. Number 14, small VIP purse. Number 15, sleeveless sweater top. Number 16, half open long sleeve. Number 17, turtleneck crop top. Number 18, round glasses.
Done. Guys, that thing. I'm done. Wow.
Number 19, blue gem bracelet, and number 20, blue sandals. Now for my understanding, a lot of the items removed are getting a rework, so they'll be back. But other items are just gone forever, or at least if they decide to add them back. The most devastating removal for me is the granny dress. I know a lot of y'all hate it, but honestly, it would carry in certain themes for me. Like, y'all don't understand, it was so good for layering. And the fact that the diamond choker got removed made me so sad, y'all. That also carried a lot of my outfits. The thing diamond earrings, the turtleneck crop top, and the round glasses will also be missed. As for the rest of the items that were removed, I never really used them, or I only used it one time. But either way, let's have a moment of silence for all the removed items, especially for the butterfly crop top because I know a lot of y'all used it. Anyways, moving on. Of course, with the removal of so many items, a lot of players are really upset with the devs. I decided to make a community post asking how everyone is feeling about the update, just to see if people outside of Twitter and Reddit feel the same way. And based off the comments I read, it seems like a good amount of people are sad that their favorite items got removed, while others are really happy with the new update. I'll stop yapping now and get into the player-based feedback. The first post I saw over on Reddit said, removing all of these and not the first set is crazy. Which honestly made me laugh so hard because a few days ago, literally the main thing people were asking for the devs to remove was the first set, which led to Umaye sending an announcement in the Discord that said, the first set will not be removed, by the way, in big bold letters.
I'm gagging.
Personally, I only use the fur boots, but the jacket and the hat are whatever to me. Another Reddit post I found says, stuff getting removed is ruining the game. So many things get removed, so many things that were a staple in my outfit all the time. I'm getting so unenthusiastic about playing now because many themes that I love doing, I now can't because pieces were removed that don't have a counterpart or anything. Another Reddit post I found says, so they removed 19 items. I'm not going to talk about how poorly this was handled and how the community was completely disregarded, but like why? Why are there 2 bows? Leave one and keep all the toggles. Why remove all the glasses? Leave one, toggles to change the shape. So many unnecessary tank tops. Again, just add toggles. I don't know, my brain just hurts from this, and I keep thinking about toggles, and more toggles. Plus the servers are more laggy than before the update. DTI never lagged for me before, and now it does. Weird glitches and bugs keep showing up. And here are some tweets I found regarding the removal of the items. How about they just decrease the size of the enormous lobby and stop removing highly used items? Didn't they say they were gonna delete only 5 items? They removed all that and the game is still laggy. It's not the items, it's bad optimization. The butterfly top, or whatever it's called, I would never, I repeat never, forgive DTI for removing it, cause that top saved me with layering. Guys, I don't even want to play anymore. Psst, DTI devs, remove dressing rooms for less lags instead of the most iconic items. Now before I give my opinions on the situation, I just want to say, I get it y'all. It's upsetting that a lot of our favorite items are gone, especially since the majority of items removed were free. With that being said, I do think we need to give the devs a little bit of breathing room when it comes to certain decisions. That's not to say we can't have opinions, but I feel like the community is getting worse and worse as new updates come out. I'm happy the game has gotten so big and there's such a big player base to interact with, but I do feel like some players are too toxic. Specifically when it comes to the developers and the decisions they make. Here's a tweet that I found that basically sums up what I'm trying to say. As much as I love how the DTI team listens to the player base, I think they gotta start curbing it because we're getting to the point where it's only the extremely loud, toxic players who are getting their wishes, because they're the loudest and angriest, leaving everyone else upset. Like, of course they're gonna see the super aggressive, prominent discourse complaints instead of the actual ones, because they're the ones getting the most traction. They gotta pump the brakes and decide what's worth listening and what's worth deciding within the team. I really do appreciate that the developers listen to the community, but I feel like in certain cases it backfires a lot, specifically when it comes to removing items from the game. For instance, a lot of players are saying, hey, don't y'all want to just remove the dressing rooms or that really big lobby to reduce the lag? Now, I'm not a coder, I've never developed a game or anything like that, so I can't really say whether removing those things could make the game less laggy. But even if it's true, I'm sure the devs don't want to remove something they worked really hard on. They spent months trying to add something new to the game in order to make it more fun for everyone, so I'm sure it's painful to see people be like, hey, just get rid of it, who cares? Also, maybe it's not the easiest thing to do. My point with saying all this is, I do feel like the devs receive a lot of hate. Not criticism, but just straight up hate. I feel like there's a lot of players that don't know how to express themselves constructively, and I'm not talking about super small kids, I'm talking about teens and adults. It's good to give feedback and criticism to the devs so they know what they need to work on and improve, but being aggressive and toxic is not the right way. I just don't want this game to end up like other games a lot of us are familiar with. I also don't want the community to end up that way either. I'm hoping that in future updates we're able to just take a breath, exhale, and remind ourselves that the devs are real people. Besides all the negativity I've been seeing, it does seem like a lot of players are happy with the new update. A lot of people say they love the new code items and the toggles. There's also been some leaks floating around for the Christmas update, which I'm super excited about. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite part of the mini update is. What items do you miss that got removed? And which new code items are your favorite? Okay, bye. See you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, bye. See you. Bye.